Hello everybody, my name is Bree and welcome to Documented Journey. So let's talk about what is going on. First, I wanted to start with what's going on in my life. I had done a little bit of an update video maybe 6 months ago, and I am kind of just touching base again with you guys, face to face or face to camera or whatever. So we are still house hunting. It is a process. We are not settling for anything, and we're just trying to find that house that, like, you know, we could be there for a while. So we also don't take purchasing a home lightly. We have purchased a home before, and when we sold it, it kind of hurt us. We did not make any money. We lost a lot of money. So we are trying to be smart about our purchase this time, so it's taking us a bit. So we are still house hunting. We are probably not as active as we once were before, but it is a slower season, so yada, yada, yada. To the point, we are still doing that, is still a process. The next thing is I wanted to say thank you to everyone who commented on my giveaway. You have no idea how much that meant to me, all your comments. It was a very awesome and humbling experience reading through all those comments. I'm sitting in bed, I'm reading through all the comments, and they were all very, very similar. I had asked if you wanted to be entered in the giveaway that you leave a comment saying what your favorite video is on my channel or what you like most about my channel, and I was just blown away. Most of the comments were exactly what I am trying to portray to everyone. You know, I want to be myself, and I want everyone to see who I am, which I feel like it's actually happening. I feel like a lot of times on YouTube, people can have a persona, and I don't want that at all. I want everyone to see me for me, you know? And so I was getting all those comments saying that, you know, they liked me and my minimalist approach to art journaling, and they liked the minimalist supplies situation that I had, and how I am on camera, and how I talk about how I do things, how I explain things. It's easy to understand, and how I include my kids, which I'm so grateful for everyone that is kind of going through this journey with me, because this is my life. I'm recording my life. There is editing, obviously, but for the most part, you see what you get, man. Like, this is it. I don't know how else to explain it, but I'm still kind of like, by all the comments, and just, yeah, that you get me, and I'm so excited about that. So I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for all your support. If you watch my videos, if you give me a thumbs up, if you are subscribed, if you are following me on Instagram, if you interact with me on Facebook, if you purchase from my Etsy store, I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so excited that I can do this in this time of life, and that it could possibly go somewhere. You know, this would be awesome if I could make a living as an artist. Like, it's mind-blowing to even think that is possible, and I'm just really excited. So I did pick a winner for the giveaway, so everyone would congratulate Stacey. She won the giveaway. I contacted her already, and we have been chatting. She is a lovely lady, and I'm excited to send the journaling kit her way. So also, let's go back a little bit and talk about Etsy for a minute. So on my Etsy shop, I do have a video on, like, journal info. That's what it's called. I'll list it in the description box for you, but it kind of runs through, it's an older video, but it kind of runs through what I have in my shop. And since then, I have been updating it, not updating the video, but updating my shop and putting new things in my shop. So I just kind of wanted to give you, like, you know, a lowdown on the Etsy shop. So let's start with, I do have still my normal art on the book, you know, and this is kind of what it looks like. Now, remember, most of my journals, I do have some that are just single stitched, but that means where the pages are folded in half and it's just sewed like, I don't even, a weave stitch. I don't even know what the stitch is called, but it looks like this. Hey, wait, I have one. So the paper's folded in half and it's like a normal insert. I do have some of those in my shop, and they are not as popular, but they are still there. They are with my art on the cover, and you know, you can go check that out if that's something you're interested in. But my biggest sellers are the Coptic stitch binding. The awesome thing about Coptic stitch is it does lie flat. The reason why mine lies so flat is because of the amount of pages per signature. This book right here has 4 signatures in it, so it just means 4 groups of paper. And with the Coptic stitch, it is supposed to wiggle a tad, okay? And it's going to wiggle the more you use it, just because like things adjust and everything, and that is perfect. Also, the fact that you see the binding and you see that they're 2 separate covers. Does that make sense? This is all beneficial for those bulky journals, girls that like bulky journals, or guys, no discriminating. This is really beneficial for them because when the cover is attached to the cover, like when it's attached to each other like this, then what happens is your book ends up kind of like bending here and making like a horseshoe shape right here. Well, this will make somewhat of a horseshoe shape, but not as much because the covers are not glued together and the spine is a little bit loose, forgiving. Let's just use that word. So it's really nice for people that want to bulk up their journal or add photos to their journal or something like that. So you can get these in all different covers. I will even do custom orders. You just have to contact me if that's something you're interested in. The next thing that I do have multiple sizes also. Here's a small one. I have field notes, which I love, you know. I also have the signature size, which is new. It's 4 1/4, so 4.25 by 6.5, 6.50. I really like that size. It's starting to be like my everyday carry, or like really my go-to size. Ever since my kids have been more active in my art, it's hard for me to do. I used to be a B6 girl all the way, but it's really hard for me to fill that page nowadays. So the signature size or the field note size has been really working for me. So field note, signature, I can do A6. You just need to ask. I don't have it listed in my shop just because a lot of people use the Hobonichi, so they don't really need, you know, my A6. I also have B6. You can also request B6 Slim. That's not a big deal. And then I do have the Moleskine size, and that only comes in the craft paper. So those are the sizes that I am selling at the moment. With the flower print, what you can do if you want your flowers, like if you want this front cover to be the same as the back cover, then don't worry about this. Don't even listen to me here. But if you want 2 different prints on your back and front, then just remember that in the description box of the listing, I have like written this out, but it's not being utilized very much. So I just wanted to make you aware of the fact that you can get 2 different prints. And all you have to do is when you purchase this, Etsy leaves a little note section, and in the note section you can say, hey, can you put number 5 on my back cover, and I will make sure that you get a different print on the back. Now, some people want this, some people don't. That's up to you. So just keep in mind that if you are ordering a flower print, then you can have a different back. Next, well, let's stick with journals. So this is my craft journal. This is probably my favorite. I really like the craft or a blank journal. Sometimes I do colors for myself. But craft is what I sell in the shop, and with this you get a option to pick a sticker, And this is kind of how I do up my journals. I kind of just stick a sticker here, and it's just real simple. I know a lot of people also like to collage on their journals, so this would be perfect for you because then you can make the cover however you want it to be. You still have my sticker, so you can do whatever you want with the sticker. You can put it on a water bottle. You can just put it anywhere you want. These are vinyl waterproof stickers. So you have a water bottle that you put in the dishwasher, bam, this puppy's gonna stay on, okay? These you can put them on the window of your car. They are awesome quality stickers. And so with this journal option, you get a sticker. You can also buy the stickers by themselves. So that's an option for you too. And then let's talk about paper for a minute. I would say my favorite paper for my journals are the mixed pages. So you would get Strathmore mixed media paper and 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. That's my favorite combination. I love those two papers because they can handle watercolor and pen and ink. I can't even pick between the two because I love them so much. And making them in a journal makes it really cool because you can add the Tomoe River paper in there and you just get more pages, but not so much bulk. So you know how I'm not a chunky notebook kind of girl, so that makes me really happy. But that would be my favorite. You can also get a plain Strathmore, or you can get a plain Tomoe River, and they don't just have to be craft. They can come with covers. There's all different kinds of things on my website, on Etsy, and I can help you if you are struggling in any way, shape, or form. I can help you. I can walk you through it. I love answering questions. And next thing I wanted to talk about are these writing boards. These are also included in my shop, and I just like them because they are very thin but yet strong, like sturdy. I, again, don't like to bulk up my things, and sometimes when you actually laminate things, they get real thick. This is actually just archival contact tape, and I just really enjoy it because it makes everything waterproof. I can wipe it down if I get ink on it, and it's no big deal. I love these, and they come in all the sizes that I offer in my shop, besides moleskin. Sorry. All right, so moving on to the next thing. Let's see. So I did finish my field notes journal, my illustrated journal. Just to kind of talk about that for a moment, I use 3, I guess, different notebooks. We'll just say that every day. I use other notebooks, like I have a recipe book, and I have an Etsy book, and I have an everyday carry that I use for notes. You know, like I have all those, but the ones that I use every day, I pick up every day, and the ones that I share with you mainly on my channel about journaling, I use 2. And in them, I have my calendar, which is 1. That's very important. And then I have my illustrated journal, and then I have my written journal. And I just wanted to share with you what I'm using now because we are changing, and it's fun sometimes to change, and it's fun to share. So here it goes. In this one, this is a B6 trifold, and it is sand leather by Sojourner, sand leather, and it houses my calendar, some podcast notes, and my illustrated journal. So that is what is in this one. And the journal that I'm using right now, this one right here, it is from Leanne from Creatively Free to Be Me. I did a custom order with her, and she included she knows me, so she included some blank pages, and she included fun pages. So I'm out of my comfort zone a little bit with this because you all know that I love a blank page, but I'm trying to make it work. Like right here, I've pasted something on here and a photo there, so I'm gonna make this work, and it's gonna bring me out of my comfort zone, and hopefully I will enjoy it. But I will tell you that I'm struggling with this size. I really feel like if I just had half the size, it would be better, which is funny because I just came from my field note size, and that size is just rocking for me. So anyway, I have that in here, and I have some Babette knots down here, the bookmarks. This is the teal color, and then I also have a clip, one of her paper clips up here, and this just holds some like pictures that I want to put into my journal. So yes, that is my new illustrated journal, my new size. You know, this new buck leather that Rowena carries is my favorite. It's not my favorite. I like all her stuff, so it's really hard to say what my favorite is, but I really like the new buck leather. It's very luscious. We've talked about this, I know, but I can't stop talking about it. Her notebooks are amazing. If you have ever been on the fence about a Sojourner, get off the fence and go buy you one. My next one is this beast of a journal. I know, it's huge. You're thinking, holy crap, Brie, that is humongous compared to your tiny little field notes. Girl, I know, okay? But this is a gallon leather, and it is a decomposition notebook size. It's pretty cool. Like, the inside's pretty cool. Let's just show you the front. It has a ton of pockets that I don't even know what to do with. Seriously, don't know what to do with. It does have a cool pin loop. I like where the pin loop's situated. And then I have a decomposition notebook in here, and I love this image. It really is so me. So I used to write in decomposition notebooks, like literally write. Like when I say write, I mean like write. I used to write in decomposition notebooks growing up all the time. Like this was my go-to. Composition, decomposition, whatever. This size was my go-to. And I have been using I've been using my own journals. I have been binding them with Tomo River paper and writing in fountain pens, and I have been liking it, but almost feeling like I don't know, I wanted to be free. And so I was contacted by Gallon Leather, and so they asked me what I would like, and so I told them the size, and I'm really enjoying this. I love how big it is. I can paste things in here, and it just doesn't matter what I put in there. I like the fact that I can write, and I'm not feeling like I'm wasting my fountain pen ink or I'm wasting my Tomo River paper, which I know sounds crazy. It's crazy, I know, but sometimes it's just nice to like bring it back. You know what I mean? So I will say with this notebook, I will kind of go, I'll just give you a little review. Okay, you ready? This strap right here is really neat. It's really, it's easier to open than you think. You don't want to bring it this way like you would think. All you want to do is literally just pull this open, and sometimes you have to flatten it out right there, but that's kind of how it works. It's just there to hold your book closed. It's not just like your strings are, your like whatever your cord is, but it's not like a pullover like a moleskin or something. So anyway, I like that feature. I like this setup in here. Like I kind of mentioned, you can like put stuff in the pockets, and there's some card slots and all this stuff. Here, the pen loop is really nice. It fits any pen because it's elastic, and I really like how it's positioned in the book. Like when I close it, there's enough space for me to bulk this up, but yet still have my pen loop there, or my pen in the pen loop. You can stick anything back here to an iPad, or my journal cover is clipped here, and I really like that. I think that if I had an iPad, I think this case would be perfect for it. Or iPad this size. Mine's too big for this size, but it's really nice. And then on the back, it even has another elastic. It's kind of like the same elastic piece. They just sewed it back. And so you can like stuff stuff in here, or this is where your notebook could be instead of if you had your iPad in the back or whatever you're carrying in that pocket. there's also another pocket right here that I have things in. So I enjoy the setup of this notebook. I think that the leather itself is really a pretty color. I really enjoy that. The stitching is nice. It's really like clean and crisp, and you know, like I can't really see any like mistakes. It's like great craftsmanship. My only holdup with this notebook is the fact that it is so thick. I know already that it was going to be cumbersome because it's so big, but so what they do, and there's a difference between these notebooks, like, you know, Chic Sparrow and Gallon Leather and Sojourner and Speckled Fawn, they all have characteristics to themselves, right? And here, what they did was they have like the one piece of leather that they have, they've used it throughout the whole entire notebook. And I find this with many notebooks, actually. I find it with Chic Sparrow. I have seen it with Speckled Fawn, and now I'm seeing it with the Gallon Leather. And you know, in this, because they have so many different compartments, you know, you have like a pocket here, you have this strap here, you have another pocket here. So with that, that means it's one piece because it's the main piece, and then it's another piece for the backing, then another piece for the pocket. So now you've got 3 pieces right here, and that it gets pretty thick, you know. Now, some people would think, I don't care, that's fine, you know, and that's why there's so many companies out here, and that's why that, you know, it I don't know, people like different companies. I'll have to go back to Rowena's. Let me actually get my Sojourner. So the difference with, say, a Gallon Leather or a Chic Sparrow, I have purchased Chic Sparrow with and without pockets. I have purchased Speckled Fawn. I have purchased Sojourner. I've gotten a Gallon Leather now, and you know, with all these different companies, you see a difference in how they're manufactured and how they're laid out. Oh, and Maker South, by the way. And not to say anyone is bad. Every one that I've actually had, besides one company I've worked with, I have enjoyed. You know, they ship, most of them ship on time. They are great quality, and everything like that. So I'm not dissing any of that. It's more a personal preference. And the only difference that I see with a Sojourner compared to a Gallon Leather, because we have these two right here, is the fact that this is a thick outline of the thick stitch, I would say, and the Sojourner is a thinner stitch, thinner thread. It's more dainty. The stitch is more dainty, we'll say. And then also, Sojourner uses different thicknesses of leather for different things in her notebook. So, for instance, if you look, she has two things of leather here sewed together, so you'd think it'd be double thickness, but it's not, because she's using a thinner leather in here for the pockets. The whole notebook is going to be thinner overall because of the thickness of the leather in the different spots, which I appreciate a lot. At first, I was like, that doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? I don't get it. And I passed Sojourner up, thinking that I wasn't going to enjoy it because of like it's different. Like there's a different pocket in there or whatever it may be, but there's the difference. I mean, some people will like the thickness because it creates structure. And I would have to say that if you have a good solid piece of leather, then you're already going to have the structure, you know, if you want structure. So it really just kind of like boils down to what you are looking for in a notebook. And I am so lucky to have been able to try them all and pass on the ones that I didn't fall in love with, or whatever the case may be. So bottom line, it's really a personal preference. It's what do you want out of your notebook? You know, I like this for my decomposition notebook. I enjoy the strap, and I like all the pockets that I can shove things in. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays at home. So it's not like I am lugging this around, killing my back. You know, I don't carry my written journal around. I carry my illustrated journal around because I do more art than I do writing when I'm out in public. And that's okay. You might be completely different. You might only draw. You might not draw at all and only write. It doesn't matter. You do you, and you find your one true love notebook and hold on to it and use it and fill your notebooks with memories, because that is what is most important. Not what it looks like, not what your pages look like, not how your handwriting is. It's, did you document your life? And did you get out what you wanted to get out? Did it help you in any way? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was rather long and there was a lot of my face on it, and I apologize for all of that. It will be back to normal soon. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you. So my husband and I are really serious about the drone footage with the with my sketching. You know, when I go out and about and I sketch and then he does some drone footage with it, we are getting so serious about it. So serious that I just purchased an HD camera for his drone. Yeah, yes I did. So there is going to be a lot more of that coming your way. I am really excited about this. This is something that my husband and I have wanted to do for like, what, a year now? I talked about it last year, and it's finally coming to fruition. You know, my kids are getting older, so they can kind of do their own thing while we do this, and I'm so excited. So I hope you guys really like seeing like the drone footage and where we're at. It's not going to be heavy. You know, I still like my short, under 10 minutes videos. Really, my perfect number is 7. I love 7-minute videos. I feel like it's the perfect amount of time. Anyway, that is going to be coming your way. We did order it. We are just waiting for it to get here, and I'm really excited to take it out and try it. I just hope that he doesn't break it, because drones are expensive, guys, let me just tell you. So anyway, thank you so much for being a part of this community. Thank you for coming to my videos and supporting me. Thank you for following along. Thank you for all your comments. I mean, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how many times I can say it, and I hope you understand that I appreciate you. And I'm really excited to fill up some journals, and I'm really excited to show you all my new stuff, and I'm really excited to see what you're doing too. So if you have an Instagram, hit me up. Instagram is so easy when it's to communicate with each other and to see what everyone's doing if you're not private. Because then I can just pop over there if you send me a message, and I can check out your stuff. And I love Instagram a little bit too much probably, but yes. And if you are not on Instagram or not following on Instagram, you might want to do so if you want like some back-end type of like information. I post a lot over there on my day-to-day, and YouTube is probably like 2 to 3 weeks, possibly a month behind, just because I like to be on it, man. I like to record videos and have them ready for you, and not feeling like I'm all stressed out because I don't have a video for that week. So with that being said, also, I think I talk about this a lot, but I do like to have one video for you a week. If not one, I like to have 2. That's about the max on me at the moment. If I have one video, they'd be posted on Wednesdays, and if I have 2 videos, one will be posted on Tuesdays and the other one will be posted on Friday. So if you see that Tuesday video in your inbox, sub box, whatever box it is, know that you're going to be getting 2 that week. Get excited because, I don't know, because I'm in your sub box, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, until next time, everybody, I'll see ya. With that being said, also, inbox, subbox, whatever box it is. I don't know why everyone isn't doing this. Like, it's crazy. I mean, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know. Anyway, until next time, everybody. I'll see ya.